Hey, Student Life team, I'm getting ready for Sunday and wanted to talk about the lesson as we prepare for that. As I was looking through it, we're in Luke chapter 5. That's the calling of the first disciples, and the title of the lesson is Obedience to the Messiah. And I was looking at the three major points they have there on the first page, where they list the verses and give those three major points. I really didn't like the way they phrased those points. I think a better way of saying it for the first section would be Jesus challenges his disciples. He challenges them by telling them to put the nets down again on the other side. And so he's challenging them to trust him and do something, right? The second point, it says Jesus cleanses his disciples. I think a better one would be Jesus calls his disciples. This is a clear calling to go make disciples, to go be fishers of men. And then the third one, Jesus, I think, instead of leads his disciples, a better word for this might be Jesus captivates his disciples. He says it, we're going to catch men, we're going to be fishers of people, let's go. And they follow Jesus. He's just captivated them. And so I think these are great words, and I think really what I want to drive home to students is the idea that Jesus is calling them to follow him because he's up to something. Jesus is active. He's not just calling them to be religious. He's not just calling them to read the Bible. He's calling them to, all of those things play into, he's up to something, and he wants them to be a part of knowing him and spreading the word of him and saving people. And that's what Jesus wants them to be about. And so as you move through the lesson, I think there's some of the response questions were really good this week. The second section, why isn't Jesus intimidated by our sinfulness? What is he capable of doing with our lives? I thought that was a really great one. This one here, how is being a disciple of Jesus different from any other kind of living? I thought that was a fascinating question for students to think about as well. And so I hope it'll be a great lesson for you this Sunday as we continue through this study on the Messiah in the book of Luke. Other than that, just be in prayer for the next few weeks. We don't have regular Wednesday nights for the next couple weeks, but we do have VBS coming up, a number of teenagers serving at that, as well as the outreach opportunity to the community. Our mission trip coming up the second week of July, and then summer camp coming up at the end of July and into August, as well as all this time of transitioning to 1 hour of student ministry, as well as some things Pastor John's going to share with you this Sunday morning. There's just so much coming up, exciting days ahead. Thank you for your flexibility, your investment, your pouring into these teenagers week to week. It's showing in their lives, it's showing in what God is doing, and just thankful for you.